So today I see this post that pops up in the trusty Instagram algorithm. A 1 million view, 28,000 likes post. And I want you guys to listen. The title, They Used to Eat Us, Part 3.
Posted a video saying they used to eat us. Then y'all said used to. Then I posted another video saying used to. And then y'all said in the comments like, well, it's in the fast food. Fast forward to yesterday, I'm scrolling. They're like, remember that model who ran out of that hotel one time and she was screaming, they're eating the children? Then I'm scrolling through a couple of the comments and they're like, yeah, we're all in the fast food. Melanin literally holds the keys to the universe and galaxies, and that's why people eat it and consume it. Then also y'all were like, why do y'all think there's so many black missing kids and children that no one are looking for? Then also y'all were like, one girl commented and said after her mother died, the hospital reached out, or somebody reached out to her about her mother's corneas. So they're harvesting us like cattle, putting us into fast food, grinding it, but they're eating us. Everywhere they're eating us. In the grocery store, in the fast food, at the restaurants, at Roof Chris, at the steakhouses, they're eating us. They're eating us and our kids.
Came over me once I seen this and turned me into Agent OG. So I can give the proper, or just a more experienced insight. So you seen what she said, the comments, they're putting in the food, they're doing this and that. It's the keys to the secret melanin, that's why everybody has to eat it. One thing I wanted people to understand is that there's something called the ego. And naturally, if you go into the hoods, you can see how black people will have ridiculous egos. One example I can give you, the one where it's like, man, nah, yeah, we got guns, I ain't gonna get touched. Like, yeah, let them know. Like, and some guys really think they can't get touched because they get to certain points and their ego gets too inflated to where they lose the sense of the natural duality in the world. One, so why am I saying this? Because they always tease people with this type of information. This information gets leaked out. You don't know where people really don't even, they just don't realize like this type of kind of information started on the internet. First, if anything, it probably would have been a word of mouth. But then once the internet came, this is how we even know about most of this stuff. People don't even want to start at that starting point. One, right? And they know that people will go and jump in that ego. Oh yeah, and you will get stimulation off of it. There's a certain stimulation you get when you think you figure out this knowledge, and you figure out, and you think that, they're taking it from us because they need us and this and that and that, and it's a everybody needs everybody type of thing, but we're going to get more into it. Now, you guys seen Jeffrey Dahmer. Jeffrey Dahmer came out, right? And they made an example of him on Netflix, and he was eating people. He naturally had a fantasy, he wants to say. Me, I, from what I've learned, psychology, biology, physics, the world we're in, humans are programmed naturally to, well, I don't want to say we're programmed, but we are learned to naturally not to eat one another, right? But there's certain circumstances where you catch human beings who end up being like a Jeffrey Dahmer, and you don't know how many Jeffrey Dahmers there is. We don't know that. We just see the one that gets plastered and gets showed on. Like, we don't think about other countries. People will just tie things just to the US. You don't think about what goes on in another country. Off the grid country, maybe if there's another country we don't know about that's not even plastered on the maps. See, people's minds don't even go to those places. You only think about what you know or what you was told and taught. Your mind can't even expand to different. This is what Agent OG is here for. Now, I can 100% positively tell you guys that you are not eating humans in McDonald's steakhouse. This is that. and yada yada yada. Now, allegedly, what she's saying, she could be onto a point of them doing what they do. Now, I don't want to get kicked out the algorithm, and I don't want to get, so we have to speak properly. But there could be truth to that, allegedly, that they are doing that. From what I've read, sources and crazy little stories, allegedly. We don't know if it's real or not. All right? Gotta be smart when we speak. Now, you can look up YouTube videos and videos of them making fake lab meat.
Grown meat has arrived in this country. The Agriculture Department just approved 2 California companies to sell chicken grown in steel tanks using cells that come from an animal egg or a special bank of stored cells. The cell-cultivated chicken will first be available at a restaurant in San Francisco and another one in Washington, D.C., owned by famed chef Jose Andres, before hitting stores. The age of lab-grown meat has arrived in this country. The Agriculture Department just approved 2 California companies to sell chicken grown in steel tanks using cells that come from an animal egg or a special bank of stored cells. The cell-cultivated chicken will first be available at a restaurant in San Francisco and another one in Washington, D.C.
This meat didn't come from an animal raised on a farm, but from a bioreactor. It is known as a lab-grown meat, which is cultivated in a lab from animal cells, eliminating the need to raise and slaughter animals. Here, identical stem cells are cloned, increasing the number every 2 to 3 days by a factor of 2 to 5. This pulp of cells is then transferred into even larger tanks, adding what everybody needs to grow: minerals, vitamins, fats, proteins, and carbohydrates, all plant-based. The cells still have to be shaped to become meat. They grow into a plant-based frame where they get their meaty texture.
Inside of this, you have hundreds of millions of cells.
This is the foundation of the chicken. This is what it is, basically. This is our entire chicken product. We did not genetically modify these cells. They're what's called spontaneously immortalized. So they're able to grow indefinitely.
This meat didn't come from an animal raised on a farm.
Smart when we speak. Now, you can look up YouTube videos and videos of them making fake lab meat. Just like how you're not going to get the keys to certain secrets and just codes and whatever to certain stuff higher status people have, they don't have to tell you if that's lab meat or not. They can say, oh, we got beef here, Wendy's, we do this beef here, whatever the case is. They don't have to tell you that. All they have to do is create a product that isn't going to, when you eat it off the rip, you're not going to get sick like, I ate a McDonald's burger. Oh, God. Now, I've heard stories of a person who came from another country. He's never ate McDonald's yet, but it's like you don't want to feed your stomach something it's never been used to. It's all different things, but I'm not going to get in deep to that. That doesn't matter to this. Most Americans, if they go and buy a McDonald's burger, they're not just going to throw up or get sick right after eating it. The product is just made to be like a junk filler thing. It probably doesn't have nutrients. It probably doesn't have certain things. It's just a junk filler thing that turns into fat, right? When I'm dumbing it down, because people make all these videos burning the McDonald's burger, showing all this idiotic stuff that doesn't, the companies are still up running. It's not even solid enough proof to take down the company. Let's put it like that. Now, I want to get into this point. We're going to come back to this, and then we're going to get into the comment section a little bit. I want you guys to go check out the movie Society of the Snow on Netflix, if they're still even showing it on Netflix. I watched it when it was recently on Netflix, right? And these people, they was on a plane, the plane crashed, and listen, 1972 is based on a true story. The Andes plane crash and the desperate act of cannibalism, specifically, right? The survival is central, historically accurate part of the event. Now, because I asked, is it true that they ate people? Just so you guys can see it to survive. You go watch this. The survivors only consumed the bodies of those who had already perished in the crash of the injuries / exposures. They wasn't like, oh, eating people like, oh, come on, we gotta eat you, Brody. But I think if it got too crazy, it is going to get to that point. I mean, somebody's going to pass, and then it's going to get to that point where they're going to do the person who passed their body, right? But I want you to show that they did not kill no one for food. So understand that. That's very key. I want you guys to understand that, because that's going to be key to my point of what I want to talk about with this girl. There are no humans that we can say right now is walking around or in school walking around with the urge to be like, I want to eat that other human person. You understand that? So to say, oh, we're getting into food, no, it doesn't. That doesn't make sense. You understand? A person with an urge is like Mr. Dahmer, who ate something of a person, their liver, something key, a certain thing, and you have to think they're eating something from which you already exist. It's the same as when you getting breast milk from your mother. You know, that's a better breast milk than getting cow milk. Trust. All right, we go switch off to that right now. From what I've learned, and I'm gonna say allegedly, meats, chickens, these are like junk foods to the people she's talking about allegedly that eats people. So they look at eating this stuff like it's garbage, and the food that she's saying that these people eat is looked at as a luxury, same as Jeffrey Dahmer made it look like a luxury. Same as you watch the Hannibal Lecter things in that story, they make it look like a luxury. Or when you hear about any cannibalism stories, they treat it more luxurious, and it's more of something they fiend for, like a drug. That's why he had to keep doing it until he got caught. That he tried to stop it, and he had to go back doing it again. Like, come on. That's a different urge. People can get McDonald's, end up quitting it, don't want it no more, stop eating it, and that doesn't go off of it. Like, no, it's a different urge. And some people's minds, they can't get expanded enough to know, look, let's get into these comments. They can't see past that. So this is why he got spanked. And anybody who does anything like that, you will get spanked. Anybody who does similar things to what they do to get the secrets or whatever you think is true, you would get spanked. So what people need to start looking at is you're just eating junk that's just, it's nothing. You're not getting no nutrients from it. It's nothing. It just tastes good. It got a little certain taste to it. If you eat too much of it, you will get fat. Yeah, you will get fat, and you will mess up your arteries. It's natural, just law cycle. Yes. Used to, they are still called, it's called McDonald's. You see how everybody's on it, right? Hey, being awake is so much. Look at this. This explains why everything messes your stomach up. Fast food been serving people, no, it messes your stomach up because it's that. You have to think like this, right? Chickens, and people will say the Bible told them that they can eat all that stuff, right? But it's not even of you. You know what I mean? If people could kind of understand, it's something that's totally different from, but you could take a human's blood. Can you take a chicken's blood? Can you take pig's blood? Can you, I'm not sure, but is it like when they do blood transplants or anything, blood, whatever, they need somebody who got the similar blood to you, right? Similar things. Can you take somebody else's heart? Can you take a chicken's heart? Can you take a cow's heart? Can you take a human's heart in your body? A transplant. You already eating something that's alive and moving. What is the difference from a human? And please be safe. This is not a video to say, oh, do that. Please. Oh my God. Please, I would not. You already see that eating too much is, oh man, no, don't even get it wrong. Listen. You have to understand reality. This is me being Agent OG, realistic, honest. You're already eating a chicken, a cow, some shrimps, fish, multiple different things. What draws the line when you say, okay, I'm eating a human? Because we got conscious minds and we can think and talk language and English to each other and etc. What do you like? Look at Jeffrey Dahmer. If there was a human that was capable of doing it and liked it, that means there could be millions of more of that same exact type of character. It's just the society we in. No. There's laws and rules. You can't do that. No. That would be madness. So you guys have to understand that, right? But people are already. I also had to put this point in here. Just a natural, like, common sense point. So people don't try to get stuff twisted. If you watched the movie Jeffrey Dahmer, you saw how he got, when he got close to a person, heard their heart beating and just thought about certain parts of their body and stuff like that. That's like a real physical vampire. He started craving it, and you're gonna get blood regardless. So that's you damn near call him a vampire. You're gonna get blood out of that because the human body got blood, just like a chicken's body, just like a cow's body. What's the difference? When you want to be on some real common sense shit, on some real shit, the only way people are going to say, like, oh, it's because the Bible, a story. You're gonna say the Bible told you that. It's okay. Chicken, cow, this, that. With certain things listed, that's what you're gonna say. Cool, run with that. But when we break down the natural, wouldn't you think a human's body is more clean than another animal that's not even your race? I mean, you're not even made of you, really, honestly. It's foreign to you. Just drinking your mother's breast milk when you came out. People are already eating that type of stuff. Pigs, things that's like, oh, dirty, eating gunk. When you can have a human that eats good nutrients, good, you keep your body, they keep their body right. And you would eat a pig, you have, god damn, that's a mind blower. So it's like, wait, why you think they would be boosting everybody up if it's the keys to the secrets? Oh, everybody should be, oh, we ate McDonald's today. We hate each other today. Ooh, we should be boosted up. Like, no, we should have the keys to the secrets, be able to have crazy thoughts to how to build something crazy where we just get a lot of attention. Anything, we just get a lot of traction from it because we got the secrets now. Be realistic, people. Use your mind. Use your brain properly. If a chicken, think like this. You got cows and chickens, right? Oh, we get protein from them. We get their nutrients. So if a cow, chickens, they all eat the protein and stuff, right? Don't humans do the same thing and have certain proteins and eat proteins too inside them, right? And then you doing that with a chick. What's the difference? Right. There you go. So that should allow people to understand that you would not be getting, and I'm gonna put it like that type of luxury to think. You wouldn't be getting that type of luxury. And this is for the people who supposedly aware. You wouldn't. And regular average doodle bobs walking around would not get that type of luxury. It's just something to cause, what do they call that thing called? Shockwave or the fear. It's to create that, and then it creates a little thing and y'all forget about it later. So Illuminati did it, came out with it, went viral. Oh my god, whoa. Some people believe it creates controversies. Y'all forget about it. It fades off. It's mental magic. It's just we gonna get into that in another video. But it's a purpose for it. I could be honest though. See, I'm not gonna be a know-it-all. I could be honest and say I don't know the true purpose of gathering up many of people, getting an energy, and just making people go back and forth with, this is dumb, you guys are talking stupid bullshit, blah, 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 blah. People talking the real gems truth, and there is another third truth in the middle of that, in the middle, the center. It's the area where people not thinking, and it's kind of what I just gave a little bit of, a little bit different thought process for you guys to understand. Just eating junk, that's it. It's that simple. Could be fake lab meat, but the meat was tested. And if you think that these people are not mad idiots, they're just gonna get a whole bunch of people sick eating. No, you do it to yourself. You do it when you overeat, and you do it out of consumption. You do it. There's not people who say, oh, we're gonna get McDonald's every once a month on this day, and they so calculated and structured with how to eat junk food. Nobody's doing it. You're just gonna overeat it, and that's, you do it to yourself at that point. And then that's you doing it to yourself, not them. So it's a certain, gotta understand this. All right. So you look at these comments here. We're gonna wrap this up. Look at the comments. Ain't that many cows. Da 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 da. Ain't that many da 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 da. No. And then I still believe if you eating your fresh animals that don't get some of the chemicals or certain things to keep it preserved and keep it good so they can keep selling it in the stores and stuff like that. Because some people will freeze meat for so long. I don't like doing that. It's different things people like to do, and some people will hold stuff to Christmas. I seen some lady got chitlins and she said she got some in November and said, oh, these are for Christmas, she gonna freeze them. Like, ew, something that's already hot, got steamed and made, and then you freeze it and then you steam it and do it again. It's not gonna have the same taste and flavors. And no, like, so you understand, some people are just different, and the government just start to see certain things like that, and they could have started getting that idea off of our moms, our African, and my parents from the islands. My parents been doing that, freezing food for so long and stuff like that. No, it don't taste the same. Y'all do that, it don't taste the same. And I think stuff like that can get you sick. But that's the same thing government can do. Oh, we just gonna do this, put it, it'll preserve it even more. You can hold it even more now. It's like, no, bro. People got to start really seeing it like, allegedly, if that's true, man, that's a luxury only for those people. Not gonna be a luxury for regular people walking around to get. It's the same like how, like, man, y'all gotta just understand that. It's the hard truth you gotta understand. Alright? Look at these comments, man. Welcome to being awake. People think this shit is being awake. No, it's not. It's like, what? No, you're just gonna get all ooh about it. And no, this is not it. And people say, "Go, I'm glad I'm vegan." Like, yo, oh my lord, I'm not even get to that one. Like I said, y'all could throw any topic. I'll give you a different way of seeing it, where it's more understandable. Because a lot of people still fight their ego and don't understand how structured this world is that we're in. They don't see it, and they don't realize how much great minds have to be behind this, regardless of the crazy stories you hear. And that's when you get to the real understanding, I feel like. Hit that like, subscribe. I'll see y'all.